Hi, everybody. We're getting all the things taken care of, set up.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Well, as everything, you on YouTube get to see all the fun behind the scenes, which isn't too many this time. But we'll soon be coming up with merchandise and Patreon, because we are definitely going to be spreading out into that realm. So,
Spreading like herpes.
all right, let's get us a little scooch down over here.
Hey. Don't bump into me.
Excuse me. All right, so we got everything. AJ, give me a little speak here.
Speak.
God, you talk so low.
Speak. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Joey go, "Woo, woo, 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 woo."
All right, we're gonna do a little. There we go. All right, people. And 5, 4, 3, 2.
As we talk to our audience and such on here, we are breaking the fourth wall, which brings us to the topic of today's episode. Fourth walls, where do they come from? Are they a plan issued by the Illuminati, an alien species from Area 51, or are we all just mad here? We will be discussing that and more on here.
I'm STG,
And I'm Titus Crescent, and we are
the Brothers Grimm, and we're here with our guest from last week. He's kind of a permanent fixture because he gets to tell us what to do and correct us on things we're wrong, and we even have our own fact checker who has been so kind every now and then to let me know when we get our facts that we've corrected and checked wrong.
Who would that be?
That is my friend Eric Johnson. He is definitely been really good at that. Let's try and see what we got going on here. So, the fourth wall, something that we are very familiar with in a lot of media, movies, television.
Yeah, there's a lot more fourth wall breakage than I actually thought.
Yeah,
Theater.
it's a
Theater,
theater.
yes.
Theater, yes.
Speak to the side.
So, when was the first one done?
Movie-wise or theater-wise?
Let's go TV-wise first.
TV-wise, the very first one was on the Jack Benny Show
The Jack Benny Show.
back in the 1950s, early 60s. And comedians tend to do that a lot. If you'll notice, many of the famous comedic movies, especially those by people such as Mel Brooks or Monty Python, contain a lot of breaking the fourth wall. Sometimes it's for exposition, sometimes it's just for the hell of it. Hey.
They're talking really quiet. Actually, I think we're all talking kind of quiet, but that's just me.
It says here that the very first film, the earliest example of a wall break in movies, is considered to be the scene in Edwin S. Porter's The Great Train Robbery in 1903.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when it came out. It was, yeah, I didn't.
Good,
Yeah, I remember when it came out.
good
There-
times, great
It was
Yeah.
on the Nickelodeon, not the TV channel.
Is that the one with the the gack? All right, so the first one in theater, which actually would make I wouldn't be surprised if there was Shakespeare stuff going on there.
No, actually, up until the 19th century, it was basically unheard of. They would usually have certain expositions, soliloquies, and stuff like that to explain what was coming up next or what had just previously happened. But in theater, it's generally used to involve the audience in such a way, such as like Peter Pan.
It's a pantomime.
Yeah.
If you want, if you want Peter Pan or Tinkerbell to rise again, clap, boys and girls, and they'd clap 3 times and she'd rise.
I do believe in fairies. I do.
Yes.
But I mean, we can't go into this without mentioning the most famous one of right now. Of
Well,
course.
yeah, since his stuff came out in the 90s.
Yeah. Let's see. That came out. That started in
The introduction of that character.
Yes. It's been 1900s at least. Let's see. His first appearance. You could just tell me, AI. Wow, 1990.
1990, and we
Yeah.
were talking the same person, right?
The same person.
Red suit to hide the blood.
Episode 98. New Mutants 98.
New
was his
Mutants
first.
98, and we can say this on the count of three, right? 1, 2, 3.
Deadpool.
Yes, the person who's now been immortalized in movies, TV, everything by Ryan Reynolds, who literally that is his passion project.
And is now part of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, thank God.
And it took him forever to get the thing done.
Oh yeah, he had to hover on
had to
Fox's
fight.
ball sack for that one, because you know they would let him do it if he did Wolverine Origins, and to be honest, Wolverine Origins isn't a horrible movie, but it's far from fucking great. I mean, there's so much they failed miserably. Like, you know, Wade Wilson, Deadpool wasn't even in it in all reality. And AJ, you can agree with me on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Deadpool wasn't in it.
No.
Wade Wilson was, but not Deadpool.
Not the same.
Yeah, no,
They're two
it's
totally separate characters.
no, they're the same person.
No, I know they're the same person, but they're two totally separate characters.
Oh, yeah, true.
X-Men
When he's
Origins
Wolverine. when he's Wade,
Yeah,
he's Wade. But when he puts on that red suit, he's
Deadpool.
from another
actually, it's
dimension.
more when he becomes a scrotum face is when he becomes Deadpool.
Yeah, well,
But yeah, no, he was just a mercenary, special force,
yeah.
and that's pretty much where it went from. And Fox really bungled that up, but Ryan Reynolds stuck with it. And he's like, you know what, I'll do this shit show of a movie, because honestly, they failed in so many realms. Like with Gambit, I'm sorry, Channing Tatum's Gambit, top notch.
He's been wanting to do it for a while, too.
Oh yeah, he's a huge fucking nerd.
Aren't they
And-
all?
Yeah. Well, Hugh Jackman's not really much of a nerd.
He's a theater nerd.
I'll
Yes,
give you
he
credit
is.
on that.
Yes.
I think I heard, I saw an interview with him and Stephen Colbert, and they started doing Music Man. And Hugh Jackman knew every single fucking word.
I do want to see Daniel Radcliffe's How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
That would be
I
very
really
good.
would love to see that done in like a movie format too.
For what?
How to Succeed in Business.
yeah. That is a good.
It actually was done in a movie.
I mean Daniel Radcliffe doing
Oh,
the
well,
movie,
yeah.
like a reboot of the movie, the musical that was done forever ago. It was good. It was a good musical.
Yeah,
good
it's very
movie.
good.
Great movie.
That was actually my supposed senior class's musical that they did.
Really.
Yeah. You know, of course we went to.
Different place.
Yeah, but I was told that, you know, I would have had a good chance to be the lead. I don't know if I could have been the lead, but I had a good chance.
You had the height down.
Huh?
You had the height down for the character.
Yeah. Well, that is true. My competition of that would have been Blaine, who's my friend. And he's taller than me. But he's a great singer and he's a great actor. So props go out to Blaine Pressler if you ever watch this, which I highly doubt you will. But but back to Deadpool. See,
Yeah.
this is what happens when you have ADHD just going on. We have something.
One.
Oh, that's one. For you at home, that's the first cough of the night.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But no, we back to Deadpool. A lot of people say, oh, it's his regenerative health and his skill that's the mutant part. But I think one of his mutant powers, and it may have even been something way before that, is his ability to break the fourth wall.
It's listed as superpowers.
It's his superpower. It literally he's the only one, I believe, in that universe.
She-Hulk.
Oh God,
She-Hulk does.
She-Hulk actually broke the fourth wall before Deadpool.
really?
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that.
Yeah, we're
Tony
fact
Stark
checking our facts.
broke the fourth wall also.
Who did?
Tony Stark.
I don't remember that.
That's
In
what
the
I was
comics?
told. No,
Oh, and
we're talking
okay.
about movies.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
It's hard to
That's
break the
true.
fourth wall in comics because
Oh,
it's only 2 dimensions.
Oh, you can break the fourth wall in comics.
Okay, barely though, by a year.
By a year?
Yeah. After she was created by Stan Lee and John Buscema, the Savage She-Hulk, 1980. Number one, John Bryan took the character in a much more humorous direction, and with the sensational She-Hulk in 1989.
Whenever you see me moving this, it's because my brother has the inability to talk loud.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what? That's actually a reasonable amount. And
Okay,
sad,
I talk like this for the rest of the show.
are you making grilled
Please
cheese?
don't. Please don't.
He's making them at night. I know it.
No, I'm not. Yes, I am.
Yeah, we're totally making them.
All right, back to the topic.
Okay. Wow, we are just a train going off the rails. No, but yeah, Deadpool. So She-Hulk did it first.
She-Hulk did it
as far as
first.
comics went.
Yes.
And then Deadpool
in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Or the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, anybody out there, if they know exactly who ever did it in the DC Universe, that'd be great to know. But, we'll just stick with the Marvel because Deadpool is the one who's most known for doing
I
it.
mean, I could see the Joker doing it.
I can kind of see that.
Just him just talking to no one out of nowhere, and someone's like, "Who are you talking to?"
Time's the one thing I have. Well, that and dementia. That's my very poor Mark Hamill impersonation. Well, Mark Hamill's impression of the Joker. So that's like I'm doing 2 horrible impressions.
I mean, another person that breaks the fourth wall regularly is Rick Sanchez.
Oh God, yes, from Rick and Morty. Yes, it's like even the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "We're gonna do this forever, Morty."
We're gonna be doing this for 7 seasons.
96,
Rick.
1,000 seasons, 9 seconds a pop. For those who aren't caught up, that was actually from the last season, and maybe the last season or the season before, where he's like, "Morty, we're gonna do this forever." No, it's the 2 crows that he got.
Oh yeah, that would be the season before
Yeah.
last.
So yeah, it was the 2 crows. It was like 2 crows, Morty, you're out.
Oh, jeez, Rick. What the hell?
I have no idea.
Okay, for you out there in podcast world, there's a weird fucking noise going bing, bing,
It sounds like a baby bird
bing.
trying to get fed.
So it's either one or 2 things. It's either a creature that's making a weird ass noise, or 2 gay guys.
So it could be a half horse, half
So
man.
it could be downstairs.
Yeah, true.
Speaking of animated breaking the fourth
I'm
wall,
glad you said animated because I'm like, I just mentioned 2 gay guys. Speaking of 2 gay guys.
so we were talking about. trying to get us back on topic.
Yeah.
Yes,
you
I
s-
know.
have you not-
I'm usually the one who helps control the narrative, but no, today I'm just like, it's great.
Have you
I haven't
seen
got-
Not in Front of My Salad?
Say what?
Have you seen Not in Front of My Salad?
No, I haven't. Okay, so
Anyway.
back
Speaking
on
of
track.
2 gay guys.
One that was in movie theaters in shorts and on television in the early years of television was Bugs Bunny.
Oh, yes,
And
yes.
the
Hey,
Looney
nice
Tunes.
stinker.
But they did it consistently.
Oh yeah.
He would often talk to the animators, say, "If this is the way you're going to do it, I'm not going to be in this film."
Oh yeah. No, it's definitely something that is pretty badass. You're right. Yeah. A lot of Mel Blanc characters did that. Warner Brothers is like very good, like Yakko, Wacko, and Dot.
Yeah.
They break the wall all the damn time. But yeah, no, there's so many TV shows out there, so many other things that just constantly break that fourth wall.
Well, we were talking about Fleabag.
Oh yeah, TV shows, yes. Fleabag to me is the epitome of breaking the fourth wall for television. And one of the interesting things about that was the fact that nobody else ever heard her. except for the hot priest.
It's like, who are you talking to?
Yeah. Why are you looking at it that way? And she's like, what? I wasn't looking. No, you had your head turned that way.
She has a.
And what were you saying?
She has a brain worm.
She probably had a lot of worms. But to me, that was extremely funny. But even before that, on television, I mean, obviously on things like the Carol Burnett Show and many TV series, occasionally would use.
Late Night with Seth Meyers.
Okay, this was a long time ago. We're talking not talk shows.
You mean like the 80s?
Yeah, way back then.
Back before the 1900s.
Oh, God.
Yeah, moonlighting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Willis would quite often, and it was, I mean, great writing. The first 3 seasons was just great writing. After that, it just way downhill.
I like their Taming of the Shrew episode.
Yes.
I haven't seen it in forever, but I remember you watching it all the time.
Oh,
Whenever you
yeah.
got the chance to, you would watch
It was the absolute epitome of greatness on television for the first few seasons of Moonlighting. It was the best show on television, I think. But, you know, just nothing like sitting around the house rapping with the old ball and chain or rhyming with the old ball and chain.
I remember when Dad was going through that phase.
Oh,
I
yeah.
preferred that over the Waltons phase.
Oh,
That
God.
wasn't a phase, though. That was the DVD had actually come out after over a decade, almost 2 decades.
How many times you watch it?
A lot.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
lot.
It's kind of like when the drummer from Rush died.
Oh, God.
Neil
Yeah,
Peart.
that was...
The anniversary of his passing just occurred this month. So
How many years gone?
it's been
3?
7,
Really?
5. I don't remember, but I do remember meeting him, and that was one of the highlights of my life. Next to being married and having 3 kids.
Wow.
And
I
3
just
great
remember
kids.
we were watching Puppy Dog Pals.
Yes.
And that's when you came on, and that's when you made the discovery that the creator was a Neil Peart fan.
Yeah, Neil Peart.
Neil Peart fan.
But Neil Peart was awesome. He's a nice guy, too.
Oh, I can imagine.
Got
Yeah.
to meet him, Alex, Getty, and that's not what we're talking about now, so I'll stop there.
I digress.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. You got 3 people with ADHD. Well, 2 people at least with ADHD. I'm just, out there in the wind.
I'm clinically diagnosed. My parents had me tested.
Mine didn't. They were terrified.
No, you were the good one.
I flunked the test, so
I took a drug test. I knew them all, man. But no, yeah, some of the, like, in movies, one that I remember, the first one I truly remember, like, I knew what was going on, was Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. When I really, like, when I was like, oh shit, yeah, he's looking right at us, when they're talking about who would pay to see a Blunt Man and a Jay and Silent Bob film. And they just, Ben Affleck, Jason Mewes, and Kevin Smith all look at the camera. And Kevin Smith's like... And they did that again in the reboot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, it's just certain things I kind of enjoy.
Recently we had Hell of a Boss did the same thing.
Yeah, about the perverted freaks out there. It's all about
How about
Luna.
Yeah. Always me.
Yeah, but...
I am a perverted freak, I admit it.
And then, of course, like, another famous one where it was constant fourth wall breaking was Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
oh yeah.
So Zach Morris stopped everything, and everybody froze, and he went on his little soliloquy.
I was about to say, wasn't that like at the start of every episode?
Sometimes it was the start, sometimes it was the middle. Most of the times it was just Zach trying to do whatever he wanted to, reap the best benefit.
Zach was a creep.
Oh, 100%. In fact, I remember there was like a short out there, that Zach Morris is trash.
Yeah.
It just talks about everything he's ever done in episodes. And they go off like that. They said, yeah, he's a horrible human.
Yeah, he's the star.
It also happened in virtually every episode of Malcolm in the Middle several times.
I mean, that's also the premise for The Office.
Yes, The Office did that. Well, really, any sitcom that is a one-camera type of show tends to go about that way. They're, the Modern Family,
Yeah.
great example of that. And there are several out there. And
Any Christopher Guest film.
Oh yeah,
Every Christopher
Best in
Guest.
Show, which is A Mighty Wind.
well, because it's an interview show.
Yes, A Mighty Wind is my second favorite one, but Best in Show is
Best in
my
Show is-
favorite all-time Christopher Guest movie.
Well, I like the music in
I don't
Mighty
know.
Wind.
Oh, Mighty Wind, yeah. If you ever like folk music, or if you're like, I never liked folk music, you listen to them, and there's a lot of good one, like A Mighty Wind Coming.
I don't know.
It's
that.
it's blowing you and me.
I think this is Spinal Tap.
It's a
was the
good one. It's
absolute
just
best.
and
Because
here's Nigel
it was
on
one
bass.
of the first. There was Monty Python members,
Okay.
especially Eric Idle, did one. I think it was called Meet the Ruddles.
Not familiar with it.
Oh, it was sort of a parody of Meet the Beatles. The Beatles got real big doing the movie Help,
Okay.
and then the Monkees followed up with their movie. I cannot remember the name of it because it was terrible.
A Long Day's Work or something like that?
No, not even close.
No,
It was like a one-word title,
Oh.
but and
Sellout.
yeah, it could have been. But yeah, the Monkees did a lot of that in their TV show, The Monkees. And even though they were not a real band, I mean, there's some interesting factoids about that. There were two people who could actually play instruments when they started.
Wasn't that the bass player?
Peter Tork and John Nesmith, Mike Nesmith, could play instruments. They both played guitar.
So one played bass and the other one
Mike
played
Nesmith
guitar,
played
yeah.
bass and Peter Tork played guitar. And Mickey Dolenz did not know how to play a musical instrument, but they said, "Do you know how to play the drums?" And he said, "Well, yeah, I do."
Of course, that's
And
how.
he spent 6 weeks learning how to play the drums, and he actually became quite a good drummer.
Yeah.
And Davy Jones just sang, but he did that
Anyways,
anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, so he could actually, and he could sing too.
it's like me at work.
Davy Jones was a really good singer. I mean, he
He just passed away too, didn't he?
about
Like when I say just, I mean,
in the last 2 decades.
yeah, somewhere in that realm.
He was actually going to perform here at Follinger Theater,
Oh,
and about 3 months before he was supposed to perform, I was getting ready to buy tickets for it.
yeah.
They go, "Well, he died.
Yeah, well,
He had
damn.
alcohol problems, and there's a lot
Yeah,
a lot of that going on in the 60s and 70s and into the 80s,
and 90s,
90s.
2000s, last week.
Alcoholism.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So, but like another person who's famous for making wall breaking movies is Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
It's just all the way from It's Good to Be the King.
You can go all the way back to the producers.
Mm-hmm.
And probably, he was the executive producer and creator of Get Smart, the
Okay, yeah.
series. They did that on that show. So, I mean, it was not unheard of. And Mel Brooks got his start with Sid Caesar,
1,000-Year-Old Man.
with your...
right? Was it 1,000-Year-Old Man or was it
yeah, 2,000-Year-Old Man.
2,000-Year-Old Man?
But
Great.
he was one of the writers for Your Show of Shows,
Mm-hmm.
which was Sid Caesar and Imogene Coca.
I like Sid Caesar. I liked him. He's very, very funny. He's got a lot of. He's a very comical, physically actor. He's a physically
He
comical
was.
actor.
He was definitely one of the leading comedians in the 50s and 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And he and Imogene Coca, they really sparked the that whole decade.
Yeah.
You could say you had Milton Berle and Jackie Gleason,
Smothers Brothers.
Smothers Brothers. They were funny.
Yeah.
Smothers Brothers was very funny, and that's one of the first shows that Steve Martin appeared on.
Oh wow. Still had white hair too, right? Or was his hair actually, a different color?
I think it was off-white.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he wasn't born with regular hair. He was just, a cream color.
He was born a 2,000-year-old man is what he was
Yeah,
born.
pretty much.
And now he's starting to look it.
Yeah, he's like his body's finally catching up to his hair.
I'm so glad.
You'd watch movies, it's like, he must be ancient. No, he's like 50. What?
Well, we could start talking about one of the more famous fourth wall breaks, which would be Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
God.
That was
Bueller.
Bueller.
and just the fact that he was the only one that did it.
Yeah, no, nobody else. And
Nobody else
he's,
in the movie. That's just like in Malcolm in the Middle.
mm-hmm.
Malcolm was the only one who broke
talk
the
to
fourth
us,
wall
yeah.
because it was his show.
Yep, yeah, he was pretty much explaining everything that was going down. But it was definitely a good. Malcolm in the Middle was a good show. And Ferris Bueller, I'm not a huge fan of Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I'm not either. There
I
are a lot
just-
of 80s movies that are a lot better. Maybe
Breakfast
if
Club.
If we get to an 80th episode, we can talk about 80s movies.
It's very true.
Most definitely.
So
The 90s, then we can talk about the 90s. But what about 2000s?
2000s? Well,
the 200th episode.
2000s would be like, oh, good luck. But no, yeah, Ferris Bueller was pretty much iconic for how he just talked to people like, get out of here, we're done.
And, it's funny because it happened a lot with John Hughes type films.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I made my family disappear, and he just,
I made my family disappear. And he goes right up to the camera and,
I never understood that.
aftershave.
That doesn't make
Young
sense.
kid?
He didn't shave anything.
Doesn't
So I
matter if he had a zit. He popped a
He
zit
was-
before he went on.
How old was he?
He was
8-year-old. He was an 8-year-old.
I think he was a little older than that because he was not that tall anyway.
Yeah, but the character in the
The
movie.
character was 8 years old.
There's no need
He
for
might
the
have. We don't see him shaving, but there's nothing saying he didn't shave.
So it's Schrodinger's cat.
Yes, he's both
He may have
alive.
shaved. He
he's,
may have
he's
not.
both shaven and unshaven, depending whether he's in the bathroom or
Yeah.
out of the bathroom.
But still, that scene has always confused me. I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. But when he's like, after that, I'm doing great. Ah! I'm like, I've never understood
And-
that.
and
So
when he looked-
that actually gave me like
and
a
when he
fear of
looked at-
aftershave. I'm
When
like,
he looked
I'm
at the
fucking-
camera,
Yeah,
raised his eyebrows up and down.
yeah.
Other movies, Marx Brothers movies. Groucho was very famous for
yeah.
just coming out.
Of course,
You guys can leave now. We don't want to talk about this in front of you. No, go ahead. Get out. Go. Which was reprised by
Matthew Broderick. When he was telling everybody,
Yeah.
get on out of here.
as well as the Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
Animal. Get out. Go.
Yeah, the Muppets were good. I like that one, especially when it came like the Muppet Show. There was fourth wall breaking on that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely. They're talking to an audience.
Yeah. A captive audience.
Kind of like Wayne's World.
It's like, it's like they had the audience in the palms of their hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
Hands right up their ass. I mean,
Up like that.
oh, hi ho.
That's why he talked that high.
Yeah. Look at me. Yeah, I know.
But we miss Jim Henson.
So, God.
I remember when he passed away.
Yeah, he passed away before Muppets Christmas Carol.
He passed away in
90, right?
late 80s, early 90s.
I think it was
Must have
90.
been early 90s because I was recording Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, I could have swore it was 1990 that he passed away. I'm probably wrong.
It- No.
May 16th,
I
1990.
think
Hell
I was going to
yeah.
say I think you're right because we had moved to the new dental clinic.
Yeah.
I was in the Army. We were in Alaska and they built us a dental clinic and we moved in there in like 89 or the beginning of 90. So, and we were in that clinic when I heard on the news that Jim Henson had passed away,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody knew he was sick
No, and
except his close family.
oh, I remember and I watched this later on, like when Big Bird went on there and kind of gave a eulogy. I'm like, oh God. And then you're watching it back now, you're like trembling lip and everything. But
Yeah.
no, I've always enjoyed Jim Henson movies. Muppet Treasure Island's probably one of my favorites though.
Well, we just were.
But Muppet Christmas Carol is still.
Well, speaking of Jim Henson,
We
and
just
Christmas,
watched that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In December.
Well, remember Gonzo and Rizzo? They're doing this whole movie, and Gonzo's talking to the audience.
Yeah.
So technically, he's breaking the fourth wall, and so Rizzo does it more, I think.
Yeah. Rizzo did it quite a bit.
But we were just watching the Jim Henson's Christmas special where it has Fraggle Rock, Sesame Street,
Yes.
and
Where he's like pretty much hanging out with Sprocket.
just washing dishes.
Everybody showed up.
For those of you who don't know, Fraggle Rock was a show from the 80s.
Well, if they know the Muppets.
No,
know the Muppets, you know
no,
Fraggle Rock.
No, that's not true because the Muppets had a resurgence.
Ought to be.
I agree, but it's not an automatic.
The Doozers have their own show,
Really.
or they had.
They did. They had an animated version.
Oh, okay. You know what? That actually sounds very, unfortunately, familiar.
My kids were watching it
Yeah.
Why would you put your kids through that?
because my dad put me through it too.
You loved Fraggle
I don't
Rock.
think-
Exactly.
Here's the thing. I don't think
Thing.
he put us through that. I think we watched that willingly.
Yes. You would come home. I would come home from work every day and you'd wait doing dishes, standing on the chair, doing the dishes or at least splashing the water.
Doing the dishes,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
Yeah,
And then we heard that door open.
Daddy!
And 10 minutes later, after I got my cold weather gear off
Mm-hmm.
and opened the door, Daddy, let's watch Fraggle Rock.
Dance your cares away.
We have a video. There is a video somewhere of where I'm washing dishes. Well, washing dishes. I'm 5 years old, I think, maybe 4.
You were four.
You
You
were
were four
before he was
because,
born.
So-
because the video has you bringing me in. It was like 2 days after I was born.
Yeah, but I mean,
I
it
don't
happened,
remember. I don't
It
remember that
happened
part.
much before because
Because you're like, what happened is I'd go around and I'd look.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'd see you, and I'd go back and I'd be
you would hide
hey,
behind
Daddy! And he's like, hey,
Behind
boo
the
boo.
the Daddy.
No, that video is like, hey, Daddy. Because I'm staying at that thing. And
Well,
'cause-
because you knew we were
Yeah.
going to watch Fraggle Rock.
yeah. But the whole thing is, you watch the video, it makes it seem like I'm psychic. I knew exactly who it was, when really it's, I saw it at the door. But the way the home video was taken is like, oh, that boy's special. And they're,
Yeah,
it's
he
not
is.
that
We
far,
knew that.
they're not that far wrong. But when you know me forever,
And we had a guy at work that talked just like that.
how'd he talk like before?
I don't know how he talked before he came to work, but the place made him crazy.
Well, you can understand that. Yeah, that voice is just a different octave of like greased up deaf guy.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Hope you have a good time.
I got a cat over here.
I also think that's also part of Herbert the Pervert's voice too. Say, you got a daddy going up there? See, just after you, little whistle going on. Hey there, fat boy, how you doing? Mm.
Wasted a Viagra for nothing. Alright,
How can this not be a trap?
next fourth wall. I mean, I guess SNL could be a fourth wall break too.
I guess that could be.
Well, I mean, it was filmed, so I mean, you could actually consider parts of it a fourth wall break. When they come up to the camera and start talking and saying exactly what it is, they're like, okay, that's breaking the fourth
Yeah.
wall. I was watching Watch Mojo.
Mm-hmm.
You were there, and
You were there.
I was
You were
like,
there.
that's not breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, we.
Just because you're talking about something, or just because you're bringing up the network, does not mean you're breaking the fourth wall.
No,
It's
breaking
when
the
you're
fourth
going
wall.
up to the camera and saying, NBC's not paying us enough.
Yeah.
Or Tina Fey did it famously in 30 Rock. She talked about AT&T. And she goes, if I had a phone like that, I'd blah, 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 blah. And she goes, and she looks right up and goes, so when do we get our money? That's breaking the fourth wall, friends.
Yep, pretty much.
I don't think Friends ever broke the fourth wall.
If there was anybody who would break the fourth wall, it would either be Chandler or Phoebe.
I don't
Those
know.
are the two people I would think that would break that fourth wall.
Ross, because Ross was falling into insanity for a while.
I think Chandler actually did break the fourth wall when he was locked in the bank at the ATM.
The ATM, yeah.
With the girl. I actually have never seen an episode of Friends all the way through. But I did see that scene, and I mean, he was actually talking to the audience. So what do I do now?
Oh my god.
Yep. Another famous one, Wayne's World.
Wayne's
Yeah.
World was
Talking about the
rife with
promotions. It's like, we won't sell ourselves out.
Pizza Hut.
And they just do the pose of the smile.
And Mike Myers did that also with Austin Powers.
Yeah.
And, I mean, just about everything.
Dana Carvey did it better, though.
Danny Carvey.
I think Dana Carvey, out of the two, Dana Carvey's better than Mike Myers.
I like him as a comedian too.
Long term, I think he had staying power.
Squatting monkeys tell no lies.
After
You want to know how my ADHD is being triggered right now?
did
All I
you
can-
watch The Love Guru?
You said squatting monkeys, right?
Yeah, squatting monkeys tell no lies.
My brain caught onto the word squatting and went to the movie Man of the House. How about squatting dog?
I had a squirrel named Numbnuts.
Yeah,
Isn't that the name of the camp?
No. That's the name he gives his dad.
Yeah,
His dad.
squatting dog.
He's
Squatting
like,
dog. He's like,
do you have any other pets? I had a squirrel named Numbnuts.
squatting dog it is.
A little bird and squatting dog.
But
That didn't break the fourth wall. It's just, it really is how my brain works. And here's the thing. I don't remember shit anymore. It's like my brain is a computer that does not have any more storage. It says, you have this useless fact from 15 years ago. Oh, you want to remember this person's birthday, or you want to remember a conversation you had 10 minutes ago?
you have to remove some data before you can do
Exactly.
it.
I'm like, okay,
My
I gotta
excellent-
forget how to
Okay.
tie my shoes, or this conversation I had last night.
I've got a 61-year-old central processing unit, so just imagine all the information and usually it's not the old information. I remember shit that happened when I was 3 years old. Running around the house singing da 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 Batman.
But then ask him what he had for breakfast yesterday.
I don't know.
You start
food.
seeing smoke. You smell
I
burning
I know
plastic.
we had pork belly last night. A
He
lot of it.
remembers things like pork belly and anything Korean. That you ask him anything Korean, he will remember that shit. But you ask him about, hey, Dad, how was work? Oh,
I was there. I left.
there was stuff that happened. What bread you do? I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of it.
bread.
Edible.
Oh my
Not
god.
I.
Oh.
I remember you were in your 90 days, so you might not want to say anything.
I was talking about edible bread.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I mean edible bread.
Your guys' mind went to the gutter. Mine was just talking out.
Nah, more to the field.
Okay,
You don't
it's
find the
okay.
good stuff in the gutter.
Goody gutter mind.
Not anymore.
No, yeah. You find shrooms in the gutter, man. All that wetness. Good
Moisture.
stuff. Moisture, yeah, moist. You gotta find someplace moist.
It's one of the top 10 most offensive words.
Yeah, I understand why. But here's the thing, there's only certain things you can describe as moist.
Brownies.
Sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls.
Weren't you a Boy Scout?
No, but I ate a brownie once. I remember when we went to go see that movie, and Johnny and Dave were like, "I don't get it." I'm like, "A brownie is another form of Girl Scout."
It's a younger version.
Younger Girl
Younger.
Scout. It made it so much worse.
Well, he never said how old he was when he ate a brownie.
Oh, well, still. Wonder if he got a badge for it.
Shaped like a cookie.
Ah.
Why
But
does
I
it
like
look-
the
What
cookie.
kind of cookie?
Why does this look like a chewed up piece of gum?
Okay.
I didn't know Arby's had. There's an Arby's
That's
patch?
good.
What the hell?
Live life. Love
Hashtag
strange
roast beef.
Yeah.
God, that did become a hashtag.
Hashtag,
too.
hashtag we had the meats.
Yeah. But no, yeah, this is a very interesting episode. We had to figure out what was going on for the fourth
We
episode.
were going to do Dungeons and Dragons, but
Technical.
the dragon would not appear on screen.
I ran out of heroin.
Yeah. Chase the dragon.
We
man.
chased him all over the place.
God, it's okay. So, those out there in
Think
the
of the
world
lessons of dragon
understand how ADHD, autism, just everything, short attention, that short attention span. So things will be said, and we start a new rabbit trail. And that's the whole thing about this podcast. I know we have titles and we stick to, hey, we're going to do this outline and we're going to stick to the script. Number
I
two.
did that. That wasn't just a peace sign.
Yeah, he's like, he knew it was coming.
Man.
But no, yeah, this is the thing about our podcast. You will know the base topic, and you will see it just careen.
That's way we don't even know what's gonna happen.
I never know what's going to happen. I mean, we had a cat come up here and interrupt us, and that was the funniest thing.
I know everything that's going to happen. I just happen to forget about it real quickly.
Who are you?
Where are we?
Yo, are those
Wait.
new slacks?
What time's dinner?
4:30.
4?
4:30.
Oh, okay.
4:30. Thank you.
No, it's 9:19.
It's all right, sir. You'll be okay.
Did we bring his caregiver today?
No, I think his
No, she's
caregiver
in
needs a
the other room.
caregiver.
Knocked out.
I'm her caregiver. Speaking of which, it won't be long till our 41st anniversary.
Congratulations, or I'm sorry.
About 2 weeks away. 2.5.
Yep.
It's like I've heard people say the first year is horrible. The second year,
Gets
just as
worse.
bad. Third year, you
Goes
think you're
downhill.
out there, it's still pretty bad. Fourth year, you can tolerate yourself in the same room with that person, but it's still pretty shitty. Fifth year, you forget why you're mad at each other, but you know you're mad.
See, by the 40th year, we've both lost enough of our memory where everything's just roses.
Yeah.
You know, it's great.
You remember what you did 10 years ago? No, me neither.
I remembered what I did 10 years ago a lot better than I remember what I did
10 minutes ago. Yeah.
Let's watch ER.
Yeah.
ER. You know, I've never seen an episode of ER.
Grandma used to watch it all the time.
Grandma used to watch General Hospital all the time.
Different grandma.
Oh, okay. Wait, which grandma?
Dallenberg, good pastor.
Yeah. Well, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
I used to watch General
Grandma
Hospital.
Dallenberg watched ER?
Yes, you did.
I did not know
Look,
that.
all right, I'll tell you a little known thing about Grandma Dallenberg.
She was crazy.
Well, everybody knew that. It's not a secret.
Yeah.
We sat down when HBO premiered Caddyshack,
Oh.
and she laughed her ass off throughout the entire movie.
Mm.
And at the end of the movie, she's like, it wasn't funny at all. I said, you pissed yourself 3 times just watching the movie and laughter. You know, when,
She was being polite.
when Bill Murray takes the candy bar and
And
takes a bite out of it, she cracked up. When the kid threw up in the sunroof, you know, she was laughing like crazy. And she couldn't find anything funny about that movie whatsoever.
She had
Yeah.
dementia.
She lived in the moment and then forgot
That moment passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to tell me the same stories over and
You know what? Those
over
same
and
stories
over.
though were fun.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like my own personal big fish.
Yeah, it's kind of like on repeat over and over.
Well, I've told you guys the same stories over and over and over. By the way, did I ever tell you about how I met Neil Peart?
Yes, countless times.
Yes, I met him, and maybe that'll be brought up in a project podcast.
A broadcast.
Pad.
What about pad thai? What?
When you hear the story over and over again, you at least know there's some validity to it.
Yeah.
Because I don't, like I said, the things that have happened a long time ago, I have crystal clear memory. What happened an hour ago, I haven't the slightest clue.
I don't think
Yeah.
I was awake an hour ago.
I know I had started my bottle of soju
Yeah.
about 40 minutes ago.
And it's
45
gone
minutes
now.
It's gone. So I'll probably sleep well tonight, and my knee won't hurt so much.
Hey, you know what? You can't argue with that.
That's what I use as a sedative. I do not take
Sedative?
Sedative. You gave it. Oh, one of the great movies of all time. I'll see if we did a podcast on great movies, it'd have to be like a 24-hour marathon
Oh yeah.
because one of the things I'm proud of is I've introduced my sons to not just movies that we watched when I was an adult and you guys were like in diapers. I introduced them to movies that occurred before I was born, and
It's a mad
it's
world.
a mad world.
Which is just,
Which is not before I was born because that was like 1968. So
Yeah, close enough.
that's an old version of Rat Race.
yes, it was. Yeah, it was.
Yes and no.
Except for the fact that it wasn't a treasure hunt for.
Yeah, it wasn't a
It was
competition.
because something
Which reminds me, treasure hunt, scavenger hunt,
Scavenger hunt.
scavenger hunt.
Scavenger
Arnold
hunt was-
Schwarzenegger in it.
and Richard Benjamin and the guy from Soap,
Sure, I remember Soap.
the
But
goofy guy, the father.
okay, well, I just remember it. It was
Was it Michael J. Fox?
No.
no, but yeah, it's
Richard Mulligan.
okay.
It had several people in it. Stuart
Yeah,
Penn.
it did not get that great of reviews. Or
It was a
anything like that.
funny
It
ass
was
movie.
It was a
And
flop.
it was
wasn't
one.
It?
It was one of. Well, it was a made-for-TV movie,
Yeah,
and it also had
really
Vincent
made
Price.
for TV.
It had Vincent Price in one of his final roles.
You got a little bit of feedback going on here, AJ. Titus. Oh,
Tight ass and STG.
I'm very venereal.
Everyone loves me.
Yeah. Just after they get to know you is when they hate you.
Yeah.
After they get the STG,
But
I'm clean, I swear.
sexually transmitted gonorrhea. That's what you're.
Oh, I got made fun of constantly. They're like, the way you because I used to draw the G backwards. I
Which
stopped.
sorta looks like a
doing-
D.
Yeah, it totally looked like a D.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna stop doing.
You're advertising
that.
yourself as a sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah, I was in a rock band.
Okay.
It's normal.
So, like, were you punk?
No, metal. Oh, grunge and metal. We were a good mixture that we could get away
here's
with a lot.
STD. Here's STI. Here's VD.
Well, let's be honest. The members of the band, we had Tank, rest in peace. We had
Tones.
That was my nickname.
Teabag
Oh,
Tones.
Teabag.
Give the
Teabag.
full.
It's like
respect to the
Dimebag
name.
Daryl.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. I always called my friend Tony Tones since the middle of high school, and I still call him that. But yeah, for the band's purpose, because we were all like, yeah, there are bands and they have nicknames. We're gonna be cool. And we're gonna be rock stars. And it was like we're playing at a show and it was at a bar, and then we got paid to stop playing the show because a wedding party came in here, and it was like, we just want some good music.
Well, they just had more people in the wedding party than you had for
You're
the
damn
show.
right. And they literally went to the owner and said, can we have some good music? And
Damn.
if I remember correctly,
Not for another 5 minutes.
they literally told us, they're like, hey, we just got asked by this wedding party if you can cut the
stop.
show early.
Oh.
And so we're unloading, and the real Slim Shady comes on. Where we're like, and Tony was so pissed off.
No.
He was so pissed off that he wrote a song called "Fuck You, Waterloo," and he recorded it over that night. He was like, "Fuck you, Waterloo," and it was like, and you metalheads out there know exactly what that style is.
See, I would have wanted to play like Too Drunk to Fuck
Yeah,
or Love Stinks by Jay Giles Band.
or Spandau Ballet.
No,
Ha, 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 ha.
no, because that's expected of like.
No,
How about You're Pretty When I'm Drunk?
much is true. What?
You're Pretty When I'm Drunk by Bloodhound Gang.
Ooh, it's a good song.
Tim Hawkins does a whole thing of
Oh yeah, his parodies.
his songs that no, they weren't even parodies.
These are the things you don't say to your wife.
I'm talking about the song the guy invited him to sing at his wedding.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
If you've not seen it, look it up on YouTube.
Definitely, yeah.
Tim Hawkins.
I'm sure the few people who see our stuff and hear our stuff, they'll probably be like, yeah, I know.
I delivered pizzas to Tim Hawkins.
I know, and you got in a car accident that day too. So,
Yeah, I remember that because I was working at another pizza place.
Got picked up by a magician.
yeah. And he pull a rabbit out of you.
Well, the whole story of that one was just hilarious because I delivered the pizzas and then I get in a horrible car accident and then I'm on my way to the hospital and I had called the magician to come pick me up.
Because you were supposed to be in a theater production.
Yeah, because we were doing a Halloween thing, and I call up. His name's Brian Anglin. We also called him Hobbit, but I called him up. I'm like, hey man, I was just in a car accident. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. So of course, I do my stuff, and I get released. The magician picks me up. We get We get back to the theater, and all the lights are off. There's candles lit everywhere. People are crying. I'm like, what's going on? And they turn,
You
they see
made it.
me, they run up, and they said that you were in a car accident. They didn't know if you were gonna make it.
And he got laid 14 times that night.
Yeah, but now a bunch of parents are filing charges against him.
And 2 of them were by girls.
Yeah. 14 and a half.
Okay. Hand job.
A dog.
Yeah. A dead dog.
Hey,
Here, Wolfie.
I got peanut butter.
the old chunky or creamy.
Oh, real good puppy. No.
Zoink, zoink, Scoob. Didn't know your tongue worked like that.
I didn't know your junk was crooked.
I thought that was normal.
Yeah, for Ron Jeremy.
Oh God, what was it? The New Guy.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. See, as I said, we have a basis of a topic that we start talking about, and it's something we're very passionate about. We can kind of keep on track, but this one just spitballed into crossover topic.
But we're still under an hour.
Yeah, you know what? I'm impressed. Well, we hit that hour mark, and I feel happy about it. I feel like we've at least chatted a couple people's ears off. But we're gonna be off for about a week, so our next episode will be about 2 weeks.
It's
Our
gonna
new
be-
schedule is.
AJ and I will do one, and we'll just talk about you.
Yeah.
Remember Sean?
Yeah. I remember.
Speaking of which, Sean Penn was so cool in the 80s.
Oh my God.
Till he married Madonna.
Be more chaotic than ever because you'd be like, "Where's the button for this?" AJ would figure it out, but no, yeah. Our next episode is gonna be our 5th episode.
I think we should call it Plead the Fifth.
Plead the 5th.
Plead the Fifth.
Okay, so you guys are already
Bleed the
getting
fifth, bleed the fifth.
shoot the 5th.
Drink
you
the
know.
fifth.
Yeah. But we got some interesting things in store, and that's gonna be a fun one. I'm gonna be gone for the next weekend, so we're not gonna be able to record it. But we are gonna get the thing ready.
So for Valentine's
episode.
Day weekend, we're going to be ready
We're gonna get drunk
for about 15 minutes. Are we going to play the game where you just take a shot of like 15 different alcohols?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think what we
That
should
was
do
fun.
is we should play Cards Against Humanity
Oh God.
God.
On the podcast.
on the podcast.
Oh,
Podcast
God.
or card. Yeah, that just put us to -4 viewers.
And they're like, shit, not this.
We're not
stuff.
even going to show up for it. I guess I've become a permanent member.
Yeah. As long as you're available, Fridays
Well,
or when
this-
we're going to record.
This
and
is
release.
my house.
Yeah.
That is true. So you're always going to be here.
It's been bought and paid for, just like my teeth.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get a better studio setup.
Yeah. But you know what? We'll make do with what we got. This is only our 4th episode. For the few people that have watched it, thank you very much for streaming it. We enjoy talking your ear off and getting something for you to listen to while you're, getting a colonoscopy or something like that.
Whether they're listening or not, we're still going to talk.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, you can't stop us from talking.
I would like to say, if you have any other ideas as to what movies or TV shows or music videos even, I don't care, that you've seen break the fourth wall, put them down in the comments.
Oh, definitely, 100%. I think we're gonna have fun with this. I mean, as I said, we're only on episode 4. We are working on merchandise. We're gonna be working on a Patreon. We're gonna have fun, and that's pretty much what this was all started. Because you have people who have podcasts who talk about way less boring shit than us.
Let's read Reddit stories.
Oh God.
If I have to have knee surgery, because I hurt my knee at work, if I have to have knee surgery, I guarantee the first episode
It's gonna be a
after my
fucking
knee surgery is going to be something. You will not want to mark it down. It will be something.
definitely. But yeah, so thanks for our viewers. As I said, new release days are on Fridays. We're taking a week off next week, so the 5th episode will be.
Plead the 5th. Oh my.
They're having a lot of fun down in the basement.
It's the ghost of the 2 gays.
That ought to get us canceled. Oh, no, it won't get us canceled because Trump's president now.
Yeah,
So that'll probably get us boosted ratings.
maybe. We can be as crass as we want to be. Instead of rustling of change, it's just squeaking of beds.
Yeah.
With high pitched. Is that a ghost? They're coming to take me away. Ha-ha. They're coming to take me away. Ho ho hee hee ha ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in the clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away. Ha ha.
Yes, I did introduce them to Dr. Demento at the ages of 5 and 2.
Probably.
And Dr. Gemello's where I actually got to hear Green Jello. At that time, it was Green Jello.
pig, let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
So
Shout out to Bill Manspeaker. Thank you for creating those wonderful memories. I actually know one of the bass players, and it's because I say one of the bass players is because they are
They had about 250 members of their band.
yeah.
And STG is still not one of them.
No, I'm not that good. But I enjoy watching the stories that he has. It's really cool. He goes out. He does. He's done Gathering of the Juggalos several times. So he's played with a lot of people. And
Maybe we gotta, after we're done, check on YouTube and see if Ice Nine Kills has any more
ooh, yeah,
videos.
yeah. The last one no, they do.
It's either that or a K-drama.
They have This Is Art. Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
it's
enjoy a little bit
Terrifier.
of a brownie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
Yeah,
is Art.
don't take
in
as
the,
much as you did last night.
No.
oh,
Too much
God.
sugar.
Yeah, I know what you made it. Love. Yeah,
Lots of
there's a
sugar.
whole lot of love in this.
That's on me show.
No, that was
Oh, that was...
No, that
yeah,
was
that
Sammy
was
show.
exactly what it was. No, I was gonna say no.
You're
yeah,
quoting.
that was my
You're
favorite.
quoting Empire Records.
Yeah.
He's quoting that Semi show.
Both are really good. I love
We
you,
should-
Eddie.
And I'm kind of excited for part 4 of that '90s show.
I am too. Are they actually going through with it?
I hear they're getting picked up by someone else though.
Yeah.
What?
Well, this should be
They
alright.
had three seasons?
Yep, 3 parts.
Three
Or
parts,
three
yeah.
parts.
A lot of
Just
people
one
think they kind of
real
jumped.
long season.
They kind of jumped the shark when they had Kevin Smith show up, but I'm like, you know what? It's fine. He pretty much was a staple of '90s film.
Yeah.
I mean, Chasing Amy was the one that actually got him awards.
He just got Dogma back.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to the sequel to that.
Oh God, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck back again,
I
which
still-
actually doesn't make sense. I don't
Liv
think Ben Affleck.
Tyler.
That was Jersey Girl.
Is that Jersey Girl?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dogma-
no. That was Alanis Morissette.
Yeah,
She played God.
Yep.
Yep.
And then the main lead was Linda Florentino from Men in Black.
Yep.
Linda Fiorentino.
Yep. Then you had Chris Rock. Oh God.
Alan Rickman.
Salma Hayek.
I don't think they'll have Alan
Yeah,
Rickman back
no.
for this one.
Maybe they'll get a what's his name? Played Ben Kenobi. Or not Ben Kenobi, but Ben Solo.
The best one.
Adam
Adam
Driver. You know what? It sounds like
But
something.
he's not as good as.
Well,
I mean,
not as good.
Benedict Cumberbatch
Mm,
could play that
As long as we stay away from the word penguin.
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 Well, guys, it's round about that hour mark.
Yeah.
Happy
And-
trails.
Yes.
I
I'm
keep my happy
STG,
trail trimmed. Tidy's Crescent.
and this is Dad
The
Grimm.
old man.
Yeah, Father Grimm.
Father Grimm.
Yeah, he has earned the title Father Grimm, and we are the Brothers Grimm.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time.
Toodles.
Later.
So that was pretty much the podcast we recorded, and now you get to hear the extra bullshit that we say afterwards. And pretty much what we're saying is, thank you for checking our stuff, and we hope you keep watching. We'll keep
Like,
you updated.
subscribe.
Yeah, like,
share,
subscribe, annoy the fuck out of your friends.
Leave comments, suggestions.
They should
Introduce
be
us to
suggestive
friends,
suggestions.
friends.
My wife would be so mad.
Mm.
And your mother would too.
What? Yeah, we're fine. You can make comments, requests. Certain requests might cost you.
Nice comments, bad comments, don't matter.
Yeah, I mean the bad comments we'll just filter through and probably
I'll just
talk
jerk
about.
off to those later. Tell me how bad I am.
TMI.
Tell me how boring of a host I am.
Tell
yeah,
me
tell
why.
me, am I bad? But anyway, you guys take care and
Tell me why. Tell me why.
I never want to hear you say.
I
On
want
at
it that
eBay.
way. Oh wow, we just kind of switched it up. All right, love you guys. Take care.
Live long and prosper.
Later.